if you exist as a human being in this world, and especially in this world with social media, you know, you're going to be talked about. If you have any type of platform to have a voice. Females, yeah, if you have any type of sensuality, appeal, or not, you can still get talked about and linked to people that you have never even met, you know, and it is what it is. It comes with the territory.
Now listen, if anyone had the guts to risk her entire career just to protect her standards, and did it with the kind of grace that makes Hollywood look like amateur hour, it was Maya.
Within your career.
This is what I did. I said, no, I'm good, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so sometimes that doesn't translate as far as what you are allowed to have, what you have access to. You will be blackballed. You will be talked about. You will be shit on. You will be rumored about. But you have to stand strong on what you don't care for. It's not that serious to me, you know, if I have to sell my soul. And people will still try to manipulate, you know, the perception of you.
With one scandalous whisper, the rumors of an affair exploded. Hollywood slammed the door in her face. And the Beehive? Oh, they tore her apart like she personally came for Beyoncé herself.
Did you hear Beyoncé overnight?
No, what happened?
She released all of this stuff, you know, accusing Jay-Z of cheating.
Oh, that's awful.
I know, right? Do you think that Beyoncé would do that for publicity, or maybe she genuinely feels it?
Well, can't really speak on what another person does, but art is art. It's definitely expressing itself and often truth.
Often truth, you think? Because
Can be free therapy.
because in the past, of course, you've been accused of similar things.
Well, that's what you sign up for when you enter the business.
Absolutely, but it must be hard dealing with all the Beehive coming at you.
I don't have anybody coming at me, but I know what I'm not guilty.
And on the flip side, she's stuck constantly defending herself from some clown who straight up fabricated a hookup story just to squeeze out a few desperate ratings.
I'm not a fan of things that project false things as well as disrespect someone's character. I don't get down like that. I don't appreciate that. And you have to pray for people that will do anything for numbers, ratings, a song, or popularity. And I don't support certain things, so.
Oh, you thought Maya just vanished into thin air? Nope. These are just a few of the shady hurdles she's had to leap over in the cutthroat music game. But word on the street? She's finally ready to spill all the tea about how her downfall was practically scripted, and baby, she's not holding anything back. Now, I've got a pretty solid clue what that tea includes, because let's be real, the whispers involving Jay-Z and 50 Cent have been circling the block for years. So let me get y'all caught up real quick. Anyone who knew the scene back then knows Maya wasn't just a star, she was the it girl. She lit up the charts in 1998 with her self-titled debut album under Interscope Records, then came back swinging with Fear of Flying and Mood Ring. Just in the US, Maya sold over 3.2 million albums and racked up awards like Candy, including a Grammy nom. And sis wasn't just killing it in music. She flipped the script and hit the big screen too, starring in the crime thriller In Too Deep. From there, she glided into supporting roles in major films and musicals, proving she could act just as hard as she could sing. And don't even get me started on her dancing. If Triple Threat had a face, it would be Maya, no questions asked. Honestly, she should have blown up even bigger than she did. But just like so many legends from that golden era, she somehow faded from the spotlight. These days, we barely hear a peep about her. Her music gets hardly any spins, especially compared to other early 2000s icons, even though she was easily one of the best. And guess what? Word is, one of the heavyweights who helped shove her out of the industry was none other than Jay-Z. See, way back when, whispers were flying that Maya and Jay had a thing going on after teaming up on the remix of her hit Best of Me. But trust, the real story? It's way messier than the rumors led on. It all kicked off around 2000, when Maya's label reached out to Jay's camp to hop on Best of Me Part 2, produced by hip-hop duo The Trackmasters. But here's where it gets juicy. Tone, one half of The Trackmasters, spilled a complex in a 2012 interview that Jay-Z Yeah, he was allegedly turned off by Maya's vibe almost instantly. He said, so Jay came to the studio that night at the Hit Factory. He got it. Right away. He understood what it was. But he didn't like Ma's vibe in the room. He looked at her like she was a spoiled brat because she was. He looked at her like, I'm about to rap on your record. You're about to have a hit and I don't think you really appreciate it. Allegedly, Jay-Z straight up bounced from the studio, leaving the producers to pull Maya aside like, yo, Maya. Jay wants to do the track, but he's feeling some type of way. Says you're not even showing him love. No thank you, no nothing. Real diva energy, right? So what does Jay do? He supposedly demands more money just to deal with her so-called attitude, but still circles back to lay down the vocals. And according to the producer, once the cash was sorted, Maya suddenly got a lot more, let's say, cordial with Jay. Now here's the kicker, they didn't just vibe. Word on the street is, they got real cozy. Multiple sources claim Jay-Z and Maya actually started dating after that collab. But every time someone tries to corner Maya about those rumors, she shuts it down hard, swearing it never happened. She's always stood firm, claiming she never had anything to do with Jay-Z. But come on, this is Hollywood. Once the rumor mill gets fired up and folks think they've cracked the code, those whispers don't just vanish into thin air. And when it comes to Maya and Jay, those allegations had a lifespan. Despite Maya denying them again and again, the gossip just kept mutating. By 2014, the streets were buzzing that Jay-Z was still secretly dating her, and even cutting her checks, while married to Beyoncé. Once again, Maya had to step in and slam the brakes on the madness. When a fan brought it up on Instagram, she clapped back with a response that shut the whole thing down. Heard you and Jay-Z had an 11-year affair. Are you his side chick or nah? And she quickly fired back. Never did, never was, never will. Illegitimate, thirsty sources with no facts, and that's the media for you. Especially today. I play second to no one. Pay my own bills, have my own label, own management company, rely on God only, and respect myself and my marriage. Too much for nonsense. Now look, Maya could deny being Jay-Z's side chick until she's blue in the face, but that didn't stop the rumor mill from going full beast mode. And yep, it did a number on her reputation. Then came Beyoncé's 2016 bombshell album Lemonade, where she aired out Jay's cheating scandals, and guess who got dragged back into the mess? Yep, Maya. But once again, she wasn't having it. She stood her ground hard, telling Vlad TV in a 2016 interview that whatever fantasy people cooked up, a romance with Jay-Z was never part of her reality.
Female singers work with rappers, they try to link them romantically, and years later, another rumor comes up saying that you guys had an affair. Even though you denied it, how does that make you feel for something so old to come back up?
Well, what was old just never existed. So, there was nothing to come back up because it never existed.
But of course, rumors just refused to die. People stayed convinced something was going down, and it absolutely threw a wrench in Maya's career path. Sad part? She's not alone. Plenty of female artists rumored to be linked with Jay-Z saw their careers take a hit too. Coincidence? Now when it comes to 50 Cent, oh boy, the drama didn't stay quiet either. Whispers started flying about shady interviews and behind-the-scenes beef, and honestly, it was giving way more than just business. As for what kicked off the tension, most folks believe it all boiled down to clashing egos and a brutal race to dominate the charts. Maya and 50 Cent both fighting for their slice of the spotlight in a cutthroat industry that doesn't play fair. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get messy, boom, things took a nasty left. The tension between Maya and 50 Cent hit the fan when he decided to rap about hooking up with her. Yep, in 2005, 50 dropped the diss track Not Rich, Still Lying, where he impersonated The Game and slid in a line claiming he slept with Maya before Game did. Naturally, Maya was livid. Like, how many bogus hookup rumors was she supposed to dodge? First Jay-Z, now this? She had every right to be furious. Case in point, during one BET Awards at the Staples Center, 50's website, thisis50.com, tried to score an interview with her. But Maya shut it all the way down, saying, oh no, we can't do that. He dissed me, and I don't support that. Period.
That. Then we can drop I mean, he was just bullshit. 50 was bullshit. Oh.
So get this. Maya was actually asked why she refused that interview, and sis did not flinch. She made it crystal clear. She's not about to cozy up to someone who publicly dragged her name for clout. And when the topic came up about 50 Cent maybe admitting he lied, oh, she had something for that too. "I didn't even hear the song," she said. "I heard about it, so I had to go investigate." And baby, this wasn't just a solo mission. Her father was with her. Picture this. She and her dad, sitting at Violator while Chris Lighty was managing a certain artist. That artist walks in mid-meeting. And what happened next? Air was cleared, tea was spilled, and yes, dude confessed he made the whole thing up. But will he ever go public and admit it? Maya's response? Who knows? Who cares? She said she was arrested in the spirit and had to pray for these people. Phew. Now listen, I'm not saying Jay-Z and 50 Cent tag team to sabotage Maya, especially since their own relationship's been rocky. But let's be real, all this chaos absolutely messed with Maya's momentum. And when Maya tried to drop her second album, the label started acting brand new, stalling her at every turn. Word is, they didn't even want girls like that on the track list. Why? Because it dared to stand up for men and challenge the tired narrative painting them as freeloaders. Oh, the audacity. Frustrated and fed up, she finally cut ties with Interscope Records in 2005 and linked up with Universal Motown to launch Liberation in 2007. But surprise, surprise, budget cuts and endless delays turned the rollout into a complete mess. The album got pushed back so much it leaked in Japan, forcing the label to panic drop it as a digital-only release, at a time when people were still buying CDs like candy. That flop of a rollout left Maya majorly disappointed. So what did she do? She took her power back and went fully independent just 1 year later. But let's not pretend it was all sunshine and studio time. In an interview with Grazia magazine, Maya spilled the truth, being an indie artist, way harder than she expected. The biggest challenge is self-financing 100% of everything. Recording costs, studio time, engineer fees, travel costs are all a part of the creation process. She said that at one point she became so broke that she had to downsize from her New York City crib to a tiny studio apartment in LA. In another tell-all moment, this time with Vibe, Maya peeled back the curtain even more and got real about her choice to downgrade. Yep, she called it what it was. And what did she say? She had to downgrade her entire life because life had become too expensive. That interview actually revealed a lot of personal information, from the fact that Maya had stopped dating, inviting friends over, and didn't even bother to buy furniture for her tiny studio apartment. Sure, Maya might not be dropping hits like she used to, but don't get it twisted. She's been putting her time, energy, and money into causes that actually matter. And not for headlines, not for clout, she's been moving quietly behind the scenes. Take this. After her mom beat breast cancer, Maya became a fierce advocate, teaming up with Lifetime for the Stop Breast Cancer for Life campaign. She recorded My Bra, yes, My Bra, and donated 100% of the profits straight to research. And if that wasn't enough, she went a step further and founded her own nonprofit, TMATF, the Maya Arts and Tech Foundation. A boss move, no PR stunt required. Her nonprofit? It's the real deal, a platform giving disadvantaged youth access to arts and tech education. Because Maya didn't just talk impact, she built it. But here's where it gets real. Word on the street is, Maya might finally break her silence about the sabotage she faced for refusing to sleep her way to the top. Yeah, you heard that right. Turning down the industry's so-called elite might have cost her everything. And maybe, just maybe, that list includes Jay-Z and 50 Cent. I don't know, y'all. I really don't. But sound off below, do you think Maya was blackballed for not playing the game? Let's talk about it.